by saying that in the beginning of the semester, I didn't know how to present a speech to the full ability that I knew I could. I wasn't able to present it with the right organization or correct content to give a really good delivery speech. And it all started with the introduction speech. I was not as organized as I could have been when I made my speech, and it didn't have the fluency that it should have. And since it was my first speech that I ever made in front of a class, it was a little intimidating, I will say. I felt unprepared and not ready and very nervous to present in front of people. It was a new thing for me and I didn't know how to do it, but you live and learn, and that introduction speech brought me to how I could do my movie review. I will have to say that it was a weird way of presenting a speech. I've never done a video speech before, and it seems as though you kind of have to keep moving, and I felt like I was a bit rushed when I made my speech. And I felt nervous, and I remember being nervous, but even though I was just in front of a camera, it seems kind of weird, why would you get nervous in front of a camera? I mean, but I did, and I'm living and learning with it, and basically trying to make the best speech I can over video like I am right now. And it all comes with the way you deliver your speech, and when I made that speech, it seemed kind of unorganized, not really fluent, and I just kind of rushed through my movie review, which I should have taken more time on. And then with the persuasive speech, my organization was a little bit better, and I was seeing more improvement over time of how I present a speech. And it could have been a little bit better delivered, I think. I was still nervous. One of the main things I need to work on is my nervousness and to not be so anxious to get the speech over with. And the content could have helped if it was a little bit more in depth and more information on how I could have described and persuaded people. But overall, I think I improved from my introduction speech in my persuasive, and next brought the most intimidating speech I think I made in this class, which was the impromptu speech. I'm pretty sure everyone else can feel the same way as I do when I say that it was one of the most nerve-wracking and slightly scary speeches you'd ever have to make because you don't know which one you're making. And I felt prepared on all the topics, but kind of unsure and not fully confident on delivering my speech, since it was a random choice out of a little bucket of whichever topic you'd get. I didn't know what I would be speaking on, and so it just made it more scary of what could I be speaking on, one of the easier topics or one of the most difficult ones. And so the randomness made my organization a little bit not to the highest quality as it should have been. And although I do remember being a little bit better on how I delivered it to the class, I was not well organized, but I kept it flowing for sure. And which brings me to my last speech, the informative speech that we just made. I personally think I did really well on it. I had a different approach with my presentation by bringing in my actual physical cello to show everybody what it is, what it looks like, instead of having a picture on a slide screen. And having the cello there with me made it a little bit easier to present my informative speech to everyone because I had an example with me. And basically, I think my informative speech was my favorite one because it was something of my personal self that I could share with the class and something that I already knew a lot about and didn't have to do as much research on. But my organization could have been a little bit better. I know I was a little rushed, but that comes with any nervousness, which I was definitely nervous. But overall, throughout this semester, I have enjoyed this class. It has helped me be better at preparing speeches and delivering them to the class with better organization, and to help me in the future with any speech that I might have to give in the future.